Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of the SIFAS Ending Journal. And today we're going to be talking about training and insights. So, training is this feature right here, this menu, where basically you have like different activities like running, flying distribution, meditation, dance, voice training, push-ups, stretches and swimming. They're all like actual activities that the school idols would do for their training. I mean, some of them make sense. Then there's others that are questionable, like flyer distribution. Like, sure, that's something that school idols would do, but it's not much of a training. Everything else, yeah. So they just camouflage them as that. And what the thing is that each of these rewards a different thing. So, for example, running gives gold, flyer gives experience, this gives manuals, this gives seats. This gives gold and silver macarons, which are kind of special, and the other three give the other remaining types of macarons. These are pretty much all of the training materials that you need to level up girls, besides memories, but well, that's a different thing. And you can use them here. The way it works is that you have up to 3 possible things, so you can mix and match if you want. However, it's mostly recommended that you just do a single one, depending on what you're looking for. So let's say early on in the game, I will admit that I did myself a bit of gold and a bit of experience, because I completely lacked it. But after a certain point, you are probably going to have a lot of it. I will admit, when they added level on caps, I actually kind of ran out of experience, I think. Yeah, because I mean, you don't collect a lot of it. You do collect some of it while playing songs, but well, never so much. And that's pretty much it. So you use AP, which I don't actually know what it stands for, but that's like the resource for training. It recharges every 12 hours at 12 p.m. and 12 a.m. Japan time, which happens to be 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. for me. Yeah, so you get a free refresh, but if you want, you can use training tickets to get a refresh, or you can also use star gems, but I do believe they're like limited with how many you can use daily. Yeah, here it says star gem usage scales up with recovery chances you have left to maximum of 50 gems. Yeah, I don't think it's ever worth to do it. As you can see here, 9, so you can only do it so many times each day to recharge with star gems. But yeah, like I know very few people or cases where they did this, mainly where they when they were competing for channel stuff. But like I have never done it, and I would never do it. Use stars for training? Hell no. Especially when like training tickets, they were usually given very generously. So I would just use this instead. And okay, so what else? You have different formations. In fact, I think you have to 20. I think it was less before, but at some point they made it more. So as you can see, most of mine are completely unused. But you can have like different formations of potential cards that you may want to get insights on, which I will talk about in a little bit. And you can organize them here. You can see the ones that I have. I don't even remember. Most of what I had was like a main team for strong cards, and then I had a second one for cards that I could use like in the background of my strategies. But that was pretty much it. If not, you could just use like a single formation. Okay, so when you do these trainings, you have a chance of getting insights. Insights are pretty much these passive skills, what I'll just say here. The insight skills, by default, I think URs have 2 unlocked. No, it's like 1 unlocked by default, then you unlock the second one in like the first, in LB0. And then the third one is somewhere along, I think it's actually usually in LB5. But Fest and Party cards actually have 4, so they have 2 additional ones from the get-go. SRs only have 2 slots, and again, the second slot you unlock like at heavy LBs, and I think Rs only have a single one. I don't know, like I don't really know why you would be grinding insights on an R, but in an SR I could see it. So the insights, they differ, but I'm just gonna tell you straight up that the most useful ones are ones that are like this. They have a smiley face with a blue corner here, which means that they are passive appeal boosts. So in this case, this one has same attribute M, which is a 2% boost, or same strategy, which is like the most desirable one for a frontliner. So M is 2%, S, which is small, is 1%, and there is an appeal plus L, which is a 3%, but that one can only apply for a single card. So overall, the best insight ever, it's M strategy, because if you use it on frontliner cards that are meant to be used as your main scoring ones, by having, say, you have a team of 3 faces, each of them has 4 M strategies, you are providing an 8% boost to the other cards. So this card is getting an 8% boost to herself and to the others, and the other ones are doing the same. So it's a 12% boost overall. 2, 4, 6, 8. Actually, it's an 8. I'm sorry, I don't know how to count. 8. So it's a 24% boost in between your front line. But they are different ones, and each one of these different types of training can drop different insights. So I'm gonna live in screen right now. This was a popular graphic that showed like where you could get some of this stuff. So let's say you were starting out. One of the easiest things to do was actually to do meditation, which is the one that rewarded the, sorry, that gives these manuals. Because in meditation you can get appeal plus all. Appeal plus all on S. So a 1%. The thing is, all doesn't actually, no, with all, yeah, all does include the same member, so you can have that one. And I think the rate of obtaining it is not actually incredibly low as it is with other ones. So if you wanted to start getting some cards, you could start here, or if not, you could just straight up go for it. So like the best one was here, running. Unfortunately, it rewarded gold, which became rather useless really quickly. But doing running, you could get appeal plus for your strategy. You can also get for type, so like voltage or speed or skill, for same year or same attribute. So as I said, the most useful one is M strategy for your main ones, but you can like get some with same attribute, and you can build backline supports that maybe are already boosting an attribute, and you can give them that. Yeah, pretty much. So the thing is, they are really, those were kind of hard to get. And there were some other ones, so like I'm reading here, you had like critical value, shield gain, skill activation rate, but those ones were like such a small boost. Like you can see it here on the screen, and this doesn't even list all of the insights that you can get. There are many more, but I'm not even detailing them because they were worthless. At the end of the day, only passive appeal was the one that you wanted and the one that worked. Almost everything else was just useless in comparison. Appeal boost, yeah, appeal boost passive was just straight up the best thing that you could get. So like there's some weird ones out there, like I think there was some insights that increase your combo count. I don't know why you would want that, when like even if you can autoplay and that automatically gets you full combo. So yeah, I don't know. Fun fact, there seems to be like a really rare type of skill. I don't know what it does, but it says here you need to have 2 stretching and 1 dance. So like here would have been 2 stretches and 1 dance, and only if you do this, I think that specific insight would drop. It's still useless. Like you wouldn't actually use it. I think it says here at the bottom of the picture, like I don't even know what it does because I can't really read it properly at this moment. But yeah, like I think like the insight that you get depends on, like if you mismatch something like this, depending. So you know, let's do this actually. I'm gonna recharge once here, and right now we do have like an increased rate of getting insights because of the anniversary. No, no, the anniversary, the closure bonuses. So each of these things has like their own animation. So running is running, and here you start getting gifts. That's the items. Now the flyer distribution. Wow, am I not rolling any insights? Are you joking me? Maybe at the end. Okay, so here they are, and then they finish their training, and here we see all of the gifts that we got. So we got the gold, we got the experience, also we got manuals, and of course we get megaphones for the channel. I've already made a video on that. I think you get school idol medals in any one. You have a chance, and something else. I guess that's it. I didn't get a single insight. That is so weird. Right now there's an increase. Let me no. Let's just do one. I don't want to waste these tickets. So in theory, in each screen that you get, it can roll the insights of that one. Don't tell me that they're not getting them. Alright, there she like got one while in the meditation. I really don't get why it's so low. And there it is. So what did I roll? Increases the critical percent by 3% for 5 notes. The condition: only once when you drop below 80% stamina, and you still have at 14%, only a 14% chance of this triggering. Like, this is so bad. This is just straight up so bad. And trust me, if this goes up in rarity, because like this is like, oh no, I don't want to replace it. Like middle rarity, like the colors, this is like, the gray is like regular rarity, then this is like middle, and then there's a UR rarity. But I think as the ones that you get like UR rarity, and those are like rainbow bulbs that light up, those ones are terrible because they're mainly like get a percentage of your appeal value as voltage only once at the beginning of the song. It's horrible. Like, and they disguise it like, oh, it's an UR insight, but no, it's one of the worst ones. As I said, passive appeal boost is just the only one that's worth it. So that's something that a lot of people always said. Let me just reset this pack. Now, well, on the topic of the insights themselves, we do have these training items thing you can see here. It says you can select one item from each category. So we have these things here, which is like we call them light bulbs. What these do is that they guarantee that your center, that your leader girl here, will get an insight during the training session. So when we didn't have like boosted odds, it was a good idea to use this, especially when you're trying to roll for something specific. So if I wanted M strategy, which is, you know, the most desirable one, I would try to like use megaphones every time, no, not megaphones, light bulbs, every time that I was training, and only my center would have an increased would have a guarantee of 1 insight. And I actually, just by having your girl in the center here, like the one that's here in the leader spot, they will have an increased rate of getting an insight during the training. But as I said, you can just use it to increase that rate. There's also this item which is actually useless because it increases the rare item drop rate. But the thing is, depends on what you consider rare. So if you're doing running, which is not push-up, sorry, which is this one, it rewards pink and green macarons. Is the rare item this one? I think so, and these ones drop already so commonly in songs, you don't want more, so that's kind of useless. Now the thing is, at some point there was like mixed, and especially for these ones, people were getting like a lot of the 3-star macarons on trainings, and not so much the 1-stars and 2-stars, which is the ones that you actually end up using the most. So at some point they made a change where it is more likely that you'll get the lower rarity ones. But in that process they did damage the gold and silver ones, which are already a rare drop. You don't really get them in that many places, and in fact they're more expensive when you exchange for like SBL coins or something like that. and they made these ones which actually do run out fast. Well, I bought a lot with SPL stuff, so I have 15,000, but trust me, I ran out of these a lot. All of these ones actually, mainly the silver ones. I feel like gold ones I run out less, but I had my times. I do believe like I did a bunch of grinding with these trainings to get to these amounts, because I didn't want to run out for a while. But yeah, they did that. That's pretty much it. So like this item was pretty much useless, and in fact they used to give it on daily missions, but eventually they just took it off from there because it's literally useless. I don't know a single person that actually used this item. It's like a tag or something, I don't know. Now there's this gold bulb. I don't know if I can see it over here. This is a special thing that was given on like let me find it. Okay, here we are in this section. So this is called actually a lucky charm, and these are insight pins. But this one says like a training item that guarantees your leader will discover an insight skill. But the gold one, it guarantees your leader will discover a rare insight skill. So I have only one. They only ever gave a single one free, and you could get more during some summer campaign. I don't know if it was like 2021. I'm not certain. I don't remember. But it was a pack, a paywall. I've never used the one that I got because here's the thing: a rare insight skill. So isn't that just the UR skills, the ones that are terrible? I don't know. I think so. I mean, if I use it on running, I don't think it's gonna guarantee me an M strat. That's how it is. But yeah, that's what you could use in here. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, as I said, for insights, even though many of them existed, the only really worthwhile ones were appeal plus passive. So like M strat for your main strategy girls. You could use as M attribute for some boosters. So for example here, this is Festia Rico, and by default she has same school, so Nijigasaki boost. So it's a good idea to roll same school on her if you want to use it to her most potential and use her to boost your Nijigasaki only teams, which don't necessarily need to be an attribute if you're using only Niji stuff for your front line. There are some cards which actually have appeal plus all. Let me see if I can find some in here. Okay, never mind, I couldn't find them right now, but some cards that have appeal plus all, you may want to give them M group, which is actually found on push-ups, because, well, those ones, they are not really going to be doing anything besides just contributing to the rest of the team. So you can roll M group on them, because M all doesn't exist, only S all, which is the 1% one. So the best next thing is M group, which boosts everyone but the card itself that has it. So for example, initial cannon or even Fez Kanata 1, those are the types of cards that you want to roll that one on. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. As I said, I didn't actually go deep into what types of other insights are there, because they're just useless. Like, maybe I can see some of the cards that I have in here. They may have some weird stuff. Let's see what you have, for example. Voltage gains M Song Start. This is the one that can be of UR rarity, and it's not even a guarantee that you'll get it, I think. So that's the trick one, the one that you don't want to have. What do you have, for instance? The same thing. Voltage gained on Song Start. That's the one that can become UR, and it is a bad skill. I know what this one has. They're all the same. I think like those are really common, so they ended up in some of my idols here. This is a one. Alt 40% of fun appeal as voltage, but like you get a flat amount once, and that's it. It's not worth it compared to actually getting boost every time. Voltage shop on AC success. No. Skill activation by 0.03%. It's just not worth it. It's so small. Look at this one. Increase critical percent by 2% for 5 nodes. Once under 18. Yeah, we had already read this one. Increase appeal up by 3% for 5 nodes. Once on 30% target voltage gained. Yeah, they're like just so random and they're just not worth it. I'm not gonna bother looking through more of them. But that was pretty much like training and the insight system. Yeah, it makes part of a card the insights, but there's a whole other things to talk about cards themselves, and I don't know if I'll be able to say everything about them. But for the time being, I think that was it. So that was a training feature. I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna leave the playlist on screen so you can check out the rest of the features of the game if you want. And for now, the video is over.